Don't complain just because something did what it was gonna do inevitably. Just fix it and don't be a bitch. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the 1JZ. Now, what are we doing today? We're doing some preventive maintenance. So this engine has done some kilometers. It's done a lot of heat cycles, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. What happens to rubber when it does that? It gets brittle, and then sometimes you can get leaks, you can get vacuum leaks, boost leaks, whatever it may be. I don't really want to deal with that once we've got this wired and trying to get it tuned and, oh yeah, we've got this leak, we got that leak, whatever. So we're going to be going over the whole engine and replacing all the vacuum lines and a bunch of water lines as well. We got some water lines down here, bunch of water lines up here. Whatever we can replace, we will replace with brand new supple rubber, okay? So the good thing on the turbo side is we've actually got all the lines there. So I'm just gonna be going in and cutting the perfect length, replacing it. The bad thing is, on this side, we're missing a bunch of stuff. And that kind of makes it difficult. So thankfully, I have the 2J over there, which is gonna be pretty much the exact same vacuum lines, water line wise. So I'll be using that as a cross-reference, and anything that I still don't have, I'll just go through and get the vacuum line diagram off of the old Googles and chuck it on here. So let's jump in and fix some of these lines up.
First, we're going to come through and pull off all the old weak spring clips and all of the vacuum lines. Then we're going to replace them with fresh vacuum lines and brand new spring clips. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, you should have gone with hose clamps. But let's be honest, guys, these are just vacuum lines. Unless I'm running 40 pounds of boost, which I'm not going to be doing, these are going to be fine. They were good from factory and they're going to be good now. These are all nice and new, so they've got all of their strength, all of the spring in them, not like old 30-year-old ones. So don't stress, they're all good.
All right, so now we're on the fun side, and you can see there's a lot of empty barbs over here. So I was just on the phone to my mate Kel, and we were going through essentially what everything is. So the hard thing that gave me a little bit of confusion is back here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a line, I'll try and move it. Can you guys see it? It's that line in there, right? So that goes to the block. It's a water connection, and this is a water connection. What I couldn't figure out is where does this go, because that other water connection flows all the way to here. So it's joined to things, and I'm like, okay, that's probably where it's meant to be. But then at the same time, I don't have a water connection for here. So turns out what happened is the previous shop, whatever, they're in Perth, so they probably don't really care about throttle body warm up with the engine water, etc., because it's always hot over there. Melbourne, different story. That's just what I'm assuming. So we need to get water into here, which will be that hose back there. So I'm going to cut that joint here. That comes onto this barb, which jumps down to this barb, hard line across to the back, up to here, which then joins to that barb that goes into the idle air control valve, which then comes out that barb, which then joins back into there, which is your water line. So that's figured out, that's great. We then have these two. This one connects to the fuel pressure regulator at the front, which is fine. So I'm gonna change that line. We've got this one here, which connects to, this made it difficult as well. So we've got this one and this one. Thankfully with the Supra, I've got the same setup, and those join a little fitting that sits on your power steering pump. Now Kel has a spare one, which is great. It didn't come with one, but that'll go here. And then both of these, as you can see, they're kind of sitting, looking like they're waiting to go onto something. We'll plug onto that. From my knowledge, I think that is so that when you're at low idle, the power steering pump actually works more. So it's kind of, does it work more? Sorry, no, it works less when you're at high speed. So your steering isn't like feather light when you're doing 100 kilometers an hour. So when you're up in speed, your steering gets a little bit heavier. When you're at low speed, driving around a car park, it gets easier, and that's done by vacuums. As far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's where they go anyway. So that's sorted, which is great. This line here comes out, comes down, and from what I understand, it's got something to do with the HVAC system. So we've got to see if this is needed on the Beamer. If not, we'll block it off, that's fine. This line here looks like it was used for an aftermarket boost controller, but we're actually going to block that one off because we don't need it. And we're going to use this one. And then this was an additional one. Looks like it's been drilled and tapped in, which we don't need. So we're going to put a block into that. The final one is this bad boy here. And I was like, where does that go? And sure enough, thanks to the Supra, that comes across the motor and is going to sit over on the brake booster. So I do need to put a check valve in there so that it doesn't get like boost pressure, but it does need a vacuum line, you know, and it needs to be connected there. So same as the Supra, but it comes off of similar spot. So now that we know all of that, I'm gonna jump in and do all of that. All right, and we're all done. That's all finished. That's all the water lines and the vacuum lines are all sorted out now. So I'm very, very happy with that because it's just like preventative stuff. Obviously the water lines, if I hadn't looked at that, you know, that would have been, I guess, an issue. The bypass, it's not so much an issue, but it's designed one way and I want to use it that way. So to bypass stuff needlessly, I don't see the point in that. So thankfully we've put that back now and all the lines are all fresh, like brand new lines, not, you know, dried and crusty and possibly leaking. So any of those could have been fine, but it's good when the engine's out like this and everything's so easily accessible to just jump in and get it done. I'm not the kind of person who would be like, the parts are broken, this engine's so bad, just because it's gone through like a lot of heat cycles, it's done its job, it's got high kilometers. These are engines, these are mechanical things that wear and break. So it's just something that happens. Don't complain just because something did what it was gonna do inevitably. Just fix it and don't be a bitch, all right? So that's all done. I'm stoked. I'm gonna go through and label a couple of those things like block off this, fuel that, boost T or boost gauge, etc., so that when we do pop it in, we can just go pop, 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 chuck them in, done. But I'm very happy. So guys, thank you for coming along. If you stuck around for this point of the video, thank you very much. I appreciate you a lot. Those lines are very cheap. I'll have links in the description for what they were. All the new clips as well, I'll have just links in the description for that. If you guys want to do this to your motors, or if you're building one and you're going to do the same thing, or if you've got one like me and want to do a refresh, which is exactly what I'm going to do to the Supra. I'm going to go buy more of that stuff and then get do a refresh on that, just so that I know everything's nice and fresh. So thank you for coming along. Please like, please subscribe, and jump in the comments if you would like to. It really helps the channel out. Only subscribe if you want to keep watching this stuff. I don't expect you to subscribe just so I get a number and then a week later you unsubscribe. Don't worry about it. But if you want to hang around, be part of the crew, jump in. And if you could like the video, it really helps the channel out, spreads the videos to hundreds and thousands more people than it normally would. If you could do that solid for me, I would be stoked. Thanks for coming along, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.